I made a working UFO in Fortnite! If you haven't heard yet, there are a lot of rumors going around that Season 7 is gonna be themed around aliens. Influencers all over the world are getting packages with strange messages. There are strange signs appearing on the island. My own brother's tweeting out about how aliens are real. And there's all sorts of other leaks about ships that are going to abduct people and all sorts of other things going on. So I thought it'd be fun to make my own map with an alien ship that abducts people. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to make all of this. All right, guys, let's go. Okay, so first let me show you just the map. This is Agent Peely's vacation home. He flies out here, private island, beautiful little shack that he can stay in. You know, he can take off his peel, let his guard down, and fish in the middle of the night. So let's just go fishing. Man, there's nothing quite as relaxing as catching some fish in the middle of the night. Oh, we caught one! Hey, what's that? Ah, what is that up there? Ah! You belong to us now. Oh no! Okay, so let me show you how I did this. It's actually really simple, guys. So first we have a trigger that's going to set off the UFO coming to beam you up. So I had it be the fishing here. So when someone comes to fish here, when they catch something, it transmits on channel 1, which then triggers this trigger right here. And this has a 5-second delay on it, and I'll explain why in just a second. But then when that's done, it transmits on channel 2, which then activates this air vent that's below the dock, and that is set to super high knock-up force so that I can make it up to the alien ship. And once again, this is activated on channel 2. Now, where the heck is the alien ship? Well, if you go up here and past this barrier, you're gonna see the UFO. So this barrier right here, I have disabling when receiving from channel 1. So that's right when someone catches the fish, this barrier drops, and then when you look up, you're gonna see this ship. I'll show you how I built this ship in just a second, but you'll see in the ship here, I have some beacon devices, and these beacon devices activate when receiving from that first channel, so when you catch the fish. Now, I wanted there to be a delay of 5 seconds because I wanted the player to be able to look up and then see the UFO up there and be like, ah! Then after 5 seconds, it boosts up, and then there's a bunch of triggers up here, which trigger on channel 3 when they're activated, and then channel 3 brings them up here to the interior of the UFO, so channel 3 transmits to that teleporter that's sitting right there, and then the player is stuck in here, faced with the alien robots that says, you belong to us now. Well, that's basically all of the mechanics there. There's really not a whole lot to the mechanics, but let me show you how I built out the rest of the map, including the UFO. The first thing I need to do with this UFO was find the right piece for the body of the UFO. I was originally thinking I was gonna do some circle trick on this, but I found this really cool water tower piece that when resized, it just worked perfectly. So this is just 2 of those pieces stacked on top of each other. I also wanted to have the glowing orb that would go above as like the glass where the aliens could look out of. But before I really got that placed, I wanted to have the like controls for the UFO where the aliens would sit. And I grabbed these cool robots that are in the Pandora gallery, and they acted as my aliens for this ship. Now I realize the player can't actually see this, but it's good for the thumbnail. Then I put the objective device right in the center of the ship, put some ring galleries down to have some texture to the actual UFO. I also put in some glowing rings so that it looked like a cool UFO, put on some lights that I found in the agency gallery using the circle trick to make it so it was symmetrical, and that is the entire UFO. I also wanted to build out the interior where once again I used the circle trick for the walls, but I also made sure to have some glowing cube galleries behind the wall so that it looked cool. I just manually placed some TVs on the walls to make it look like there was some technology in this room. But then all I did in the middle was put down a capture area where the person would be standing, had some arms around the exterior to make it look like that's what the alien is going to grab you with. And I added in one of the robots behind a control desk, and that was the whole interior. I also added a little shack that would act as Agent Peely's little house, so it looked like this was his private island. And then I threw down a whole bunch of trees on the neighboring island to make it look like it was a jungle setting. I did publish this island in case you wanted to jump in and just check it out really quick. Don't feel like you have to, it's really small. I guess this is my first map to ever be published on the Thermometer Islands, but there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't get abducted by an alien!